make sure I'm up and live. 10 seconds, I should be good, right? I want to actually see myself so I can make sure I'm good. I am good. Okay, so apparently when Nintendo Switch 2 Treehouse had a live stream, they were like, the comment section was just being spam hard OD, and I don't give a fuck about the article because I can give the context myself, but because of the $80 games that Nintendo has to charge for, which, now look, you could call me whatever you want. You could call me a hypocrite, you could call me a bitch ass nigga, you could call me whatever. But Nintendo does have to charge what they're charging for games. Because what I need y'all to understand is I don't like defending corporations, and I'm not defending their decision. I am simply explaining it. I need y'all to understand that. That's number one. Number two, the reason why their price change is the way it is because of something called tariffs. Now, if you don't know, whenever there's manufacturers of video games, fucking video game controllers, consoles, computer makers, whenever anything is made overseas and shipped to America for American products, there's what's called a tariff placed on it, where the American buyer, whoever's buying that overseas stuff, has to pay a certain percentage in taxes, basically extra percentage on top of whatever they're paying for it. The current president, Donald Trump, has putting heavy ass tariffs on a lot of the places that these game studios get their parts from. So they have to charge a fuck ton more than they want to because of tariffs, so that they'll even break even, maybe even profit a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie, these games are expensive. We are getting into a time where games are getting very, very expensive, and they're about to get more expensive. And as I showed y'all the other day in that clip, what did I say? Whenever people are down bad, down on their luck, and they need money, what is the first thing to go? Their entertainment budget. Niggas is not buying 5 and 6 fucking Switch games if they're costing $80. We are going into a recession. They're charging a lot of money for games when we're going into a recession, when people are going to want those luxury items more than ever, even though it's going to get harder and harder to afford them. It's even harder and harder to justify them. And like, just imagine, remember, Nintendo's a family game, so there's a lot of kids that play these games. Imagine as a kid right now trying to get your parent to spend $80 on you for a video game. It's gonna be hard as fuck. But yeah, they were just spamming the fuck out of this. Drop the price, drop the price, drop the price. And I'm not gonna lie, Nintendo's not dropping the price. They're noticing people are uncomfortable with this price, but they're not dropping the price because they can't. Because if they drop the price, not only do they, but also the people they buy from lose money. And as a business, there's a certain point where you got to decide between having customers and losing your business. So it doesn't matter if you have customers or not. They can't buy shit from you. Because let me also add in another thing. From Nintendo's perspective, the Switch 2 was a wildly successful console. You niggas gonna buy it anyway. You niggas brought Mario Kart twice. Y'all brought Mario Kart for Wii U, then you brought it for Switch. You brought Zelda 3 times. You brought it for Wii U, you brought it for Switch, then you buying the upgrade pack for Nintendo Switch 2. Well, you're going to. So they don't give a fuck what you say. They don't give a fuck what you do, because your actions don't match what you are saying you are going to do. You said you wasn't gonna buy them. I bet you Mario Kart World is gonna be one of the best-selling games on Switch 2, period. Because Mario Kart is one of the best-selling games on Switch, and people complain that that shit was literally the Wii U version of the game on Switch. And a lot of games that went double, triple platinum on the Switch were really just Wii U ports that people brought because they didn't play it on the Wii U because nobody had a Wii U. So I just hope, I pray that Nintendo gets humbled in the Wii U type way, and that the prices and that these games start going on sale more often. That's the only compromise that can be made, because Nintendo games rarely go on sale. Hopefully they start now. Hopefully they fucking start now, because they're not going to change the base price. Anyway, back to my regularly scheduled programming. Why hasn't Nintendo responded to the Switch 2 pricing backlash? They're so out of practice doing this. Former Ninty, who the fuck is Ninty? I guess Nintendo PR staff suggests. I don't think this is really out of character for them, because there's been a story that came out a couple days ago where y'all remember the game that went triple platinum on Wii? The game that is synonymous with sports and with family and games, with multiplayer and games at this point in time, Wii Sports. Recently, it's been going around that Reggie's Feedzame was the only reason why that game was free. Nintendo wanted to charge for that, and in Japan, I found out they actually did charge for that. They wanted to sell fucking Wii Sports. Now, be real with yourself. If you were a kid and your mama brought you a Wii and paid $5, do you think it would have been better if she had to pay another $5 after buying the Wii to get Wii Sports, or if it would have been better if the game came with the Wii? Tell me, be real. Would you have played Wii Sports if it didn't come with the Wii? Would you have played Wii Play if it didn't come with a controller? Because yeah, when you brought Wii Play, the game came with the controller. Most people seen it the other way around. The controller came with the game. But a lot of you have played what the fuck was that game? Would a lot of you have played Wii Sports Plus or Wii Sports Motion, whatever the Wii Sports sequel was? Not the Nintendo Switch Sports shit. The one before that. Let me look it up. Wii Sports. Oh, Wii Sports Resort. That's what it is. Would a lot of you have played Wii Sports Resort if it didn't come with the Motion Plus and a controller with the Motion Plus built inside? I'm guessing the answer is no, because it's hard to justify paying for some more games when, especially parents who aren't like privy to games already, will probably go, motherfucker, you already got that game, just play that. So I think that's one of the hardest sells about this damn console. Nintendo is usually the cheap family console, but because of shit like tariffs, they're not gonna be. They are not gonna be at all. And like, one thing I really need y'all, I really need y'all to keep in mind. What's good? How you doing? How you doing? By the way, if you're here to sell me art, I don't give a fuck. If you ask me to be my Discord friend, I'm banning you off rip. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, they're usually the family console that's cheap, so that it's easy for families to justify buying their shit. But because of tariffs, their shit's gonna be expensive. And here's a hot take. Y'all might not like this. Y'all might not like this. But this is gonna be the cheapest platform out of the next generation of gaming. This. Oh, thank you. I found it randomly on Amazon one day, and I decided to purchase it. This is actually the second version of it. First one is good. Hey, I'm chilling. I'm just reading these damn articles. Some what? The fuck is that? What is that? I've never heard of a dementologist before. But yeah. Like I said, this may be a hot take, but Nintendo's gonna be the cheapest platform out of the next generation of platforms for the simple fact that it usually is. Think about it. How much did the Switch cost? Like $300. How much did the PS5 cost? Like $500, $600. How much did the what you call it? How much did the Xbox One cost? Like $500, $600. Then the Pro version was like $800. I'm not too into scary games personally. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a black man in America. There's not much about a video game that can scare me. There's not too much that can scare me, okay? So they make a game where it's a simulator of you getting pulled over by cops, which is a game I would never play, just to clarify. I don't think any game's gonna be able to actually scare me in a very long time. For a very long time. But yeah. If the Switch is costing $500, that means the next generation of games, gaming consoles, gonna cost $800 and $900 off rip for PlayStation and Xbox, because they usually try and push hardware, and the more you try and push hardware, the more costly that gets. So not only are they going to be trying to push hardware like always, Well, except for Xbox. But PlayStation is going to be pushing hardware. But on top of trying to push hardware, the tariffs are going to hit them harder because they're going to want more expensive parts. Oh. This what your wallet about to sound like. No, wait. This what your wallet about to sound like when you try to buy a PS6. Oh my God. That's just the console. And I don't... My friend just brought a PS5 Pro, which costs Sarah £650. That's UK. That's about 600 in USD, and that might be discounted because it's been out for some time. But even that right there, like I don't know about like Europe in general, but I know in America, a recession's about to beat the shit out of us. The more expensive games get, the less people gonna want to buy them. But we're going back to this article because I'm not gonna lie. It's about to get spooky out here. We can chill on 1v1, which is a 1v1 on what? I don't know what 1v1 is. Unless you're talking about like 1v1 in a game. I suspect that the strategy for April 3rd was well, we have the Treehouse Live, and that'll give people a deeper look and a deeper understanding of this game. Alice added, so let's not rush to do anything until that has happened. But now they got bam right in the face with the drop price comments for the whole day of programming that they had the comments on. They had to look at that as embarrassing for them. I don't really think that's embarrassing for them because, like I said, they have to raise it to a certain extent. Now, excuse me, raising the price for digital games is fucking nuts, but raising it for physical actually makes sense. But what do I always say up on this stream? If a company could find an excuse to raise prices, I don't give a fuck who they are, they're going to raise prices. Why charge you $1 when you're willing to pay $3? I'm gonna charge you $4 just because I know you're going to pay $4. It's eventually could be chaotic. On what? I don't know. I would have to actually talk to you and know your fucking content. You're on your server and you follow me, send me a link where I was no, I'm not. I'm not sending you a friend request on Discord. I don't know you. Yang suggested that it's likely the Nintendo comms team will have to recommend that the company put on some kind of official statement on the matter, but outline that the process for doing so isn't necessarily straightforward. Yeah, because you have to address the fact that how do I put this? You have to address the fact that these games are expensive for a fucking reason, and you have to address shit like tariffs. The average Nintendo fan doesn't give a fuck about tariffs. They just give a fuck about when they go in the store, what price do they see on the case. I don't know, man. I feel like I respect the grind. I respect the cause. It's 11 p.m. for you. It's like 6 p.m. over here. But I respect the cause. But it's not gonna work, y'all. It's not gonna work. Not this time. Let's learn more about Nintendo getting this fucking feature from 20 years ago in 2025. Took them 3 fucking consoles to add a feature that was 20 years ago.
Oh, I invited Jen too. What you doing?
I am saving Hyrule right now. Let me show you.
Saving Hyrule. My hero.
What are you up to?
I am being defeated by flowers.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't watch this shit. I'll be in the back of my manager pool. Nah, I feel that. Niggas come look over your shoulder for no reason. Dick on the shoulder like, what you doing? Nigga, nothing, because that's what I have assigned to do. You know I done did all my work for the day. You cheese, nigga. Add you on Discord? Again, I don't know you. I don't add random people on Discord.
Still there, Ash? Come on.
I don't know what to say, man.
That's what I was about to do. I was about to cut this shit off because this shit is hurting my eyes. Y'all got a 2015 feature in 2025 and it don't fucking work. Get that shit out of here. I'm not gonna lie. We expected this. We went from 1080p to fucking, what you call it? 4K. I would hope this shit is better. Not much to talk about there. And this one I more so wanted to know about, to know how much of that how irrelevant is that 256 gigabyte on storage, how soon that's gonna mean nothing. This has been a concern for some players who have been worried that even though Switch 2s 200 gigabyte, 8 times original, may fill up quickly. Da, 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 da. According to the store, Mario Kart World is Nintendo's largest launch window game, but at 23 gigabytes, it's 10% of the 10%. So you're gonna have about 10 games on that bitch. That's about the same as the 32 gigabytes on the original Switch. So just know that 256 looks attractive, but according to this article, it ain't really as attractive as it seems, as attractive as it looks. With that being said, for those of y'all watching this stream, all you have to do is reload your tab. Just keep hitting reload on your tab. I'm just restarting the stream and split it up for VOD re-uploading purposes. And I'm about to hop on Marvel Rivals.